Ew. All right, everybody, that's our producer, Rachel, and we are so excited to welcome you back to The Life of a Bourbon Girl. I'm Kristin.
I'm Hannah.
And today we're here to talk to you about bourbon. That's what we do. We're women who like bourbon, and we're out here just to bring you more information, break down barriers, and get you excited about the bourbon life.
Remember, bourbon's not just for boys.
I'll cheers to that. Ooh, what are we drinking today?
Ooh. Today, we have Jack Daniel's Bonded Tennessee Whiskey.
Fitting that whiskey's in the title. We're going to talk about that later, even though our podcast is named Life of a Bourbon Girl. It's going to be great. What are we talking about today, Hannah?
Well, we're talking about bourbon.
Well, let's state the obvious.
No,
that's all we talk about.
We are uncovering bourbon terms.
Oh, yes.
For you guys today. What are some bourbon terms that confused you, Kristin?
Oh, well, when I first started drinking bourbon, all of it. I was like, I don't, like, how is it made? Like, literally within the last year, I, like, went on a tour at a distillery and, like, actually learned the whole process. And I've been drinking bourbon. I had been drinking bourbon for years before I even learned that. And so some of my friends were like, you didn't know that? And I was like, no, like, who taught, like, nobody at the store is like,
who's supposed to tell you? Who's supposed to
tell you how bourbon's made?
We are.
Today it's us. So when I literally remember going on this tour at Buffalo Trace, and I was just, like, mind blown by all of, like, the intricacies that go into how bourbon is made, what makes bourbon, what are the different facets of it, and things along that way. So a lot of it confused me. TBH.
Yeah, I think there are so many terms that are utilized that it's like, what does that even mean? And I think a big part of that is just within the label itself. Do you agree?
I agree. What does it all mean?
Yeah, exactly. So
you want to look at a label?
Yeah, let's take a look at what we're drinking. Actually, I feel like this one's a good label. So first, Bonded. What the heck does Bonded mean, Kristin?
That's a great question that I honestly don't remember.
See, we're still learning.
Got that part out.
So a bottled in bond is when it's 100 proof.
Oh, that's right. I did know that. I just forgot.
Break even 100. So if you ever see bonded or bottled in bond, you know for a fact it's going to be 100 proof, which is really easy.
No more, no less.
Yeah. But it's nice because if you know the proof levels, like we talked about in the last episode, like you like lower proofs.
I do. Like
100 is kind of your limit. And I'm in the same boat. I feel like I would agree. So I typically tend towards a bonded bottle. And I feel like some bonded bottles are some of my favorites. So
that's good. Is this one of your favorites?
This is one of my favorites, yes. Which is why we're drinking it today.
We're just going to pick our favorites.
Exactly. So this one, Jack Daniel's labels themselves as a Tennessee whiskey, but they're actually a bourbon.
That is a little confusing, isn't it?
Isn't that strange?
That's very strange. Why do they do that?
Why do they do that? I think that they had just a easy pull into the whiskey business to get the name big, because whiskey is global.
It's true.
But bourbon is not. Why is that?
Well, it's because all bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. Bourbon is a subset of whiskey. So whiskey is wildly global, as you said, all over the place. Bourbon is a little more specific in the way that it's made, the requirements that are set upon it, so on and so forth. And so there's a little bit of a difference there. You want to talk about fun facts a little bit with that. One of my favorite fun facts about that is that there are no flavored bourbons. So like you'll see like Tennessee honey whiskey or like blueberry whiskey, things like that. Whiskey, it's fine. But if you see something called like blueberry bourbon, it's not actually bourbon.
It's not real.
It's not real. It's fake news. Fake news all the way.
Don't believe everything you read, people.
No.
Or hear. We could be lying to you 100% of the time.
Well, I promise I'm not lying about that one. No blueberry bourbon. Actually, not sure how good that would taste. And the why. Like, why are there no flavors added to it? And it's because of the requirements and restrictions over the years that have come from what makes bourbon bourbon. So
what does make bourbon bourbon?
Oh, there's a couple different things. Like the mash bill, the recipe has to be, is it 51% corn?
What's a mash bill?
So a mash bill is the recipe that bourbon is made up of, which includes 51% corn at minimum. Minimum wheat, barley, and rye. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Yeah. And it's every place has a different mash bill. Mm-hmm. Every bourbon has a different mash bill. And some bourbons can have the same exact mash bill but taste way different.
Why is that?
It's all dependent on when it was made,
mm-hmm.
how it was aged,
yep,
how long it was aged for, and there's like a lot of factors that go into it. The weather,
so many factors
of that year.
The weather. Tell me about the weather.
Yeah.
Why is the weather important? We were talking about fun facts about bourbon earlier, and like just fun things that we've heard over the years. Like 95% of the world's bourbon is made in Kentucky. That doesn't mean that all bourbon has to be made in Kentucky, but 95% of it is. But why is weather important?
Weather is important because of the way that if it's warmer, the bourbon is going to sit in the barrel and it's going to seep into the barrel a little bit more, which is going to bring out a lot of that flavor profile from the barrel itself. Mm-hmm. So if you have different types of barrels, that's also going to affect it. Whereas cold weather, it's not going to seep in as much, so you're not going to get as much of that flavor profile pulled in the same way. So even if you have different states, like Kentucky is going to be the biggest producer, but if you have another state such as Washington, Michigan, they're all going to have, you're going to experience a lot different of a flavor profile in those bourbons compared to a Kentucky bourbon.
That's very true. We could do a whole episode just about barrels.
We could do.
The specificities of how barrels are made.
Yeah.
Their charring, barrels are a whole thing.
Yep. And they can only be used one time.
I know.
I think that's my favorite fun fact
your favorite
about bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't reuse it.
Why is that your favorite? Or why can they, sorry. I mean, you already said why it's favorite. Why can they only be used one time?
I don't actually know. It doesn't, I don't know. Do you know?
I'm pretty sure because once the barrel has, like, when it's in there for so long, like in the weather and stuff like that, like once you crack it open, the
like oxidation.
Yes. I'm probably very wrong on that, but
we'll let you guys know.
We'll let you know. We'll get back to you on that one.
That'll be covered in our bourbon barrel episode.
Yes. Or on the day that we bring in the nerdiest of our friends to tell you all about all the things.
That's true.
Because they would know that and they would give you a whole life lesson on it.
And more, probably.
We're going to cut that part out. It's too shady for me. Okay, so barrels are a fun fact. Weather is a fun fact. It being made in 95% of it being made in Kentucky is a fun fact. What's another fun fact about bourbon you love? Or that surprised you?
So while bourbon is strictly American, right? It's sold outside of America pretty heavily.
Worldwide.
Number one country. Actually, I'm not sure if this is true, but a big country that does buy a lot of American bourbon is Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. I'm very curious on the why on that.
They loved the intricacy of bourbon, while Americans didn't appreciate it in the same way. So while we tanked in bourbon sales in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even the 90s, Japan was buying all of our American bourbon. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
So Japan knew it was cool before we did.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So then in the 21st century is when bourbon sales really started flying in America. What were we drinking before bourbon?
Beer, probably.
Nothing good.
Nothing good. Clear liquors, maybe.
Vodka. Tequila.
I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those, but they're not bourbon.
No, they're not.
They're not. They're just not.
But they are cheaper than bourbon, so.
They are. There's a reason for that. Going back to weather really quick. One of the things that I learned that I have always thought is very interesting, you talking about how long they're aged and where they're aged.
Yeah.
we've both been, not together, but I've been to a couple warehouses and distilleries that you see their giant warehouses where they store all their barrels, and you've got some that are like super high up, like in the rafters of the building, and you've got some that are like deep within the basement. And it was really fascinating to learn, like, the longer they want them to sit, they put them in the basement so that they're colder, because the cold is going to do something different than what the heat's going to do.
Yeah.
And the fact, I cannot remember the percentage, but the longer, and I will have to look it up and let you guys know because it's very fascinating, the amount of bourbon that has dissipated by the time they open a barrel is insane.
Yes.
Like, if you want to talk about like profit margins and stuff like that, like an 18-year-old bourbon, well over half, if not more, of the barrel is gone by the time they even open it, which is why the longer it's aged, the more expensive that it is.
Yeah, because there's less bourbon to actually bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
That blew my mind when I saw that. Like, in Buffalo Trace, they have like one that has like a clear bottom on it, and it like shows you the level, like, after 18 years, this is how much is left. And I was like, that's really not a lot.
Yeah. Well, I've been to a bunch of the rick houses in Louisville.
Yeah.
And all of the barrels are on their sides in those rick houses. And it's just, for them, it's easier to store. Yeah. But then I went to Detroit Distillery in downtown, and they store all of theirs right side up. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, how do you, like, does that change
anything,
any part of the bourbon? And he said, no, it really doesn't really affect anything. But he did say it might have like a bigger impact on the amount of flavor coming out of the barrels themselves.
Yeah, out of the sides.
Because it's covering like 100% of the sides, versus on its side, it's only covering a portion of the barrel.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting.
That's interesting. I've never seen it stored upright.
Yeah, but for them, it's more for storage, because they're clearly in a downtown area.
Yeah.
And so they have them all sitting on what are they called? The plaques or whatever, so that they
pallets?
can. Yes, thank you. The pallets.
The plaques. Plaques.
So that they can move them a lot easier and continue rotating them to where they need to be.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is a fun fact. If you guys ever get a chance to visit a distillery or take a tour,
they're really cool.
They're really good. My favorite thus far, I've only been on a couple, my favorite thus far is still Buffalo Trace in Frankfurt. I don't know if it's just because the tour guide I had the first time, she was like the nicest little Southern woman you'd ever met. And she was funny, and she knew all of the things. And I was like, I want to be your friend. Please and thank you. But
yeah, it's very interesting how all distillers are going to be a little bit unique from each other too.
Yes.
Like, one is not like the others.
It's true.
Almost all of the time. And Buffalo Trace is one of the bigger ones too. So you'll get to experience quite a lot.
Yes.
But
10 out of 10, do recommend.
Yes.
That's why Blanton's is our favorite.
I actually haven't toured Buffalo
You've
Trace.
never toured Buffalo Trace?
I have not toured Buffalo Trace.
What?
No.
Okay, well, fun fact, spoiler alert, we're going to take the show on the road eventually. And one of the times we do that, we're going to go do the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. So Buffalo Trace will be on that list.
Yes. Love Buffalo Trace.
That's why you don't have a bottle, because you've never been.
Well, I've been to the place because I got the
you just never done the tour.
But I've never done the tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did the free tour. Okay, side note, we'll cut that part out. We'll have to do the paid tour. Like, they've got some bougie, like,
okay.
The free one is like very basic. You do a tasting at the end. It's great, but I think the paid one gets you like BTS
more. Okay.
And stuff like that. Anyway, all that to say, you should go do a tour if you have a distillery near you.
Yeah. Did you know that bourbon is named after a French family?
You know, you did mention something to me about that. What was their name again? Their house?
The House of Bourbon.
The house. That's
just... The House of Bourbon is their name.
It sounds like a really terrible Amazon show.
It does kind of.
Honestly, it does. Yeah.
The House of Bourbon. Well, wasn't there a movie recently like The House of Gucci or something like that?
I keep thinking about The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh my
Scary
gosh, this
movie.
is so sketchy. Like, you know? But yeah.
Bourbon.
So they're
When did
named
they settle
after in the 19th century.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they settled in Kentucky, which is where bourbon kind of kick-started. And
Yeah.
so when they started making it, they named it after the county because the county was named Bourbon County.
Was the county named that before the family got there?
No, the family settled there and then it was
called
named.
it. Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
just
so
checking.
it kind of all flows.
It does. Yeah, it does. For some reason, talking about people settling here a long time ago, and talking about tours made me think about one of the facts that during Prohibition, obviously, bourbon wasn't allowed to be consumed for enjoyment purposes.
Yeah.
But it was allowed medicinally, right? Like the Buffalo Trace tour like talks about like how in that time frame like they were still permitted to make bourbon for medicinal uses, and you could get bourbon as medicine for anything, person or animal. So like you could call the doctor and be like, my cat's sick, and you could get bourbon. And I remember the woman who was giving us the tour like made the joke, and she was like, during Prohibition we had never been so sick. Man, everybody was sick. Mom, dad, the kids, the animals, the horse, the dog, like everybody was sick. She's like, as soon as Prohibition was over, oh, it was a miracle. We were all healed.
How much, like, when the doctor prescribed you bourbon, like, do you know how much bourbon you could get?
I don't know the amount.
Okay.
But obviously, they were just calling in for everybody, right? Like,
valid.
everybody in their family.
Yeah.
Like, give me some more chickens. I gotta tell them
the pig! The pig
needs bourbon!
I wonder, is bourbon safe for animals to consume?
It's a great question. Your dog had some earlier, so maybe we'll find out.
Mabel wants to get drunk.
No, she just got a little on her nose.
That'd be a good question for later though. Is like, how do animals consume alcohol? Like,
yeah,
does their body process it differently? Is it dangerous?
All I know is my cat sniffs it and goes, ooh, and like turns away immediately.
Have you heard of the squirrels that drink vodka?
No, they're
vodka.
That drink vodka.
If you leave it, because it looks like water, they'll drink it and then they'll waddle around drunk.
Spicy water. That's funny.
Poor squirrels. People out here just lighting up squirrels for fun. Okay, well, we're not gonna do that.
No, we're not.
Did we finish even talking about that
Did
label?
No.
I don't think we did.
All right. So what else is?
Because we started talking about bonded,
yeah,
proof,
and then all of our fun facts.
It's true.
All right. So it says aged in select barrels for added depth and character. What do you think about that? How would you take that?
It's
like,
definitely got some character, for sure. I think
define its character.
Yeah, define its character. You're very kind, and you seem friendly.
You take care of us.
You don't bite, which is helpful.
Oh, that is true.
It doesn't really have a bite to it.
No.
To me, I look at that and I'm like, okay, what do they do to their barrels, right? Like, so when like they say like select barrels, like obviously like they're picking them, right? Like every barrel that comes in is being inspected. Yeah. I'm like, okay, are they charring it differently? Are they, what are they doing?
Yeah.
To give it that depth. Maybe they're storing it upright versus sideways.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe they're trying something different. Maybe they're rotating it while it's on its side.
And what's crazy about like whiskeys like this or bourbons like this is that you have like a few people who have mastered the taste of this bottle, who can recreate this bottle from different barrels every time.
Yeah.
Which is
wild.
Can you imagine that being your job?
No.
Like, I would get so confused. I don't think that I would be able to understand what I'm tasting at.
Yeah. I mean, I think to some extent you'd probably get used to it. One, because like your mash bill's the same. And in theory, like you're like, if you're setting up your barrels in the way that you want, like hopefully it's pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully.
But this one, like we talked about, is bonded, so it is 100 proof.
Yep.
So the ABV is 50%.
100 proof though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of 100 proofs are. Unless I feel like ryes are a little bit spicier.
That's true. I like ryes for mixers.
Yeah, it gives a little bit more to
Yeah,
like what you're making.
it's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, the label. What else is interesting on there?
What else is interesting?
Surgeon General's warning. No nutritional facts because it's alcohol.
Yeah. Some bottles give like a hint of the tasting notes. Like this one does say caramel, rich oak, and spice.
Hold on, let me take a sip. See if I get that. Oh, didn't smell with my mouth open.
He always does that.
No tears. I seriously, okay, you guys, look. Like, I feel like I have to have my mouth wide open in order to try, because I want to breathe. I want to breathe through my mouth when I do that. That's anyway. I do get a little bit of the caramel.
Yeah.
I get a tiny bit of spice.
I usually get the caramel on a Jack Daniel's for sure.
Especially now that I know what it is. I probably would have called it syrup or like syrup. It's got that sweet, syrupy feel to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Helpful. Yeah. It's distilled by a single distiller.
Okay.
During a single season and matured in government bonded warehouse for at least 4 years.
So at least 4 years. So it could be older than 4 years.
Could be.
But it's at least 4 years old.
Yeah. What do you say is like your favorite like aging on a bottle of bourbon?
I feel like anything between 1 and 2 years just doesn't do it for me. Like it's too young.
Interesting. Okay.
At least all the ones that I've tried so far. Like anything that's that, I'm just like, no, like
usually they don't have that same complexity.
They don't. I'm like, you haven't been there long
something.
enough.
Yeah.
You haven't been there long enough. I love 10 years for some reason. Like 10 years to me are like kind of a little bit of that sweet spot where like, okay, you've had some good time, you're ready to go, but it's not like a million years long. Like 20, I get it. I understand why. There are some 20 plus years that are really good, but I'm like, that's a really long time. And therefore that's really expensive.
Really expensive and sometimes not worth it.
Sometimes not worth it. Just because it's aged for a long time doesn't make it better. It's worth it. Doesn't make it better.
Yeah, with my dad's friends, we did a taster side by side. We had a $150 bottle to a $50 bottle. And it was roughly around there, so it could be a $60 bottle, $140, whatever.
Somewhere in the middle.
Exactly. But it was very interesting because for 80% of what we tried, we all said we liked the cheaper bottle better.
Prices and everything.
It's true.
And ages and everything.
Yeah.
In that same regard.
Yeah.
That is very fascinating.
So I would say my sweet spot is between 4 and 8 years.
Okay.
I don't think I prefer like any longer than that.
Yeah.
I have had some good ones. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. There's always good stuff.
I mean, if it's between 4 and 8 years, I'm sold.
I feel like I would drink this socially. I would probably even mix this with something.
Yeah.
Like Jim's normally on the reasonably priced scale. So like I'd throw that in a Diet Coke to give it a little bit of flavor and stuff like that.
Yeah. I would agree. This one's one of my favorite casual sippers.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not a slow sipper. I don't need to sip it slowly.
Yeah.
Like the 128 proof that we had the other day. But
if I'm just having a night in and I'm like, I just want a little drinky drink, then this is one of my regular drinkers, I feel like.
That's good.
Yeah, just hey, I want to drink something and this is what I select.
There you go. Sounds like a good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. This is a good one. So we recommend Jack Daniel's Bonded.
Yep. It's a good one. It's cheaper too. I think
we're just here to bring you the affordable bourbon options in your life. That's what we're here for.
True.
Are we going to do my favorite part now?
Are we?
I think we're going to do my favorite part of the episode. And our producer is giggling because I think she set me up to fail. However, we're going to be doing our blind tasting now. She's making a very smug look and I'm very worried.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I got a little bit of water. We got to clean out our glasses. This is another thing. If you're ever doing bourbon tastings, just give your glass a little rinse. Give your mouth a little rinse.
Yeah.
So you're not mixing flavors.
Refresh the palate a little.
Shake it around like mouthwash. I'm really nervous.
I'll be able to tell you right off that she's smirking over here.
She's about to end 2 friendships today.
I don't think it is. I think she's just joshing you. I think she's really just pulling your
I
leg.
think Ian literally walked outside and said, "Where's the hot
No, I
honey
truly
just to throw me
well
off?"
because he
That
also
is
hadn't
something he
tried
would
it.
do. Oh, okay.
So
I didn't smell with my mouth open.
it does smell spicy.
It doesn't smell overly spicy though.
But it doesn't have a lot on the nose, actually.
Close your mouth and it does.
If you want to feel something, close your mouth and smell.
If you're really just not feeling anything in your life, just close your mouth and smell some bourbon.
It's not a hot honey.
Thank God.
For reference, Detroit Distillery did a hot honey bourbon, and it is really, really. I love it.
No.
They hate it.
Boo.
But I also love hot honey in general.
Love you,
so.
Detroit, but boo.
This is not my favorite, actually. One sip in, and I am. It kind of tastes funky. It has a funky taste to me.
Oh, hold on. Your mouth could just still be broken from. Sorry. I was trying not to spill my water. It could taste funky because we also had other bourbon a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
And while we did have a sip of water, that can change it. So, fun fact at home, if you're drinking multiple bourbons, trying them next to each other, they could taste very different.
Yeah. It's still.
This tastes very familiar, though.
Is it one that we drank last night?
It's giving lower proof.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not 100.
Mm-mm.
It's less than 100 for sure. It's got a very I almost want to say like milky mouthfeel.
Kinda, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the film of milk.
Yes.
That leaves in your mouth.
Yep.
I'm kind of feeling that vibe. It's not very. It doesn't have a lot of spice, even though it smells spicy. It doesn't.
But it kind of has a little bit on the back of my throat.
It does. It has a little bit of a linger, but it's not like overly hot.
Yeah.
It has a warmth to it.
Yes.
Yeah. I have two guesses.
What are your two guesses?
My two guesses are Flatboat, which I brought.
I did not try Flatboat last night.
Or this honestly could give me Bland's vibes, and your taste buds could be very off.
If I don't like a Blanton's, I might riot. I had it. I drank it.
I know you did, but I'm saying your taste buds could be off. Those are my two guesses. Was I right?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
So, last night, our good friend Ian, after we poured our bourbons into our little blind tasters, Ian made sure that both of you tasted these immediately after. Immediately. And so...
Both of them?
He handed you the larceny.
I didn't try the larceny last night.
I had the larceny last night.
He handed you the larceny. And then he handed you... You actually hated this yesterday, too. So this is top tier.
What did you have?
Handed you the Knob Creek Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Oh.
Which is funny because I typically like Knob Creek.
But you didn't like it last night.
I didn't like it today either.
No.
Interesting.
100 proof.
Really?
Isn't it this Knob Creek that I literally have right here?
No.
This is 100 proof.
It is
Not the 9 year?
It's the small batch. Oh, I thought this was the one that... Yes, it is that one. You don't like it? You don't
This
like
is
the
not
bourbon
small
that you
batch.
own?
This is not small batch.
Yeah, it is.
Do you see small batch anywhere? Oh yeah, small batch. I apparently don't like my own bourbon.
I mean, I don't hate it. It is giving me Flatboat vibes, though, which I had yesterday. So that's funny. So he set us up. That's very typical. He's like, here, you have
And
this
you've
one.
been waiting for that story.
Yes.
That
Wait.
was
That
it.
was the story.
It was, we poured it, and then he very intentionally hit. Have you tried this one?
What a turd. I feel played.
Did you drink this one?
No. That's what I'm saying. He gave us each one.
Very interesting.
Because I didn't drink that one, but I drank the larceny and you didn't drink the larceny.
Very interesting.
So he probably expected you to get this one and wasn't surprised that I got the larceny.
I feel like Knob Creek is pretty, like, it's a larger, like, name. Like, I can find Knob Creek anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is why I think I associated it to, like, I liked it because it's something just easily accessible.
Maybe you don't like this one as much as you thought.
I guess not. Very interesting. It is growing on me as I continue drinking it, though. I will say, she's
trying to backpedal. Knob Creek, she loves you. Don't worry.
It's not as bad as originally when I first tried it. Yeah.
It's settling a little well.
It is. And sometimes that happens.
It does. Sometimes it takes time for your taste buds to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes the flavor comes out with the more air that's associated with it, or...
Yep. But I have had some higher proofs that I just absolutely cannot. You get 3-4 sips in and you're like, I still can't.
I'm all done.
Still can't.
Well, I don't love the higher proofs that literally ruin your taste buds for the rest of everything else.
Yeah, because then
you're stuck drinking only that because that's the only thing that tastes good.
Yeah, it's true.
Sorry, Bookers, I'm looking at you.
Or do you not like that one because it tastes like peanuts?
No, the peanuts doesn't bother me.
Really?
I didn't think that was Booker's. What was the one? Oh, it was Jim. We talked about Jim last
night.
But
Booker's is a Jim Beam product.
Oh, well, the more you know.
So
I don't think it's the peanuts. It was the spice. It was literally like too hot that it ruined me for everything else I drank that day.
That's fair.
But it's not too bad.
When would you drink this one?
I would drink this as a daily.
Yeah.
Not daily. I don't actually drink daily, but as a regular. I feel like I would mix it.
I feel like this one could be really good if you had some good pairings with it.
Yes.
To really bring out some of the extra flavors. Yeah.
It definitely has a sweetness to it.
Like this one I would probably pair with Halloween candy.
Really?
Yeah. Chocolates and caramels and...
The Snickers bar you had earlier. Maybe that's why.
Maybe I'm just thinking about Snickers right now.
Gently. There it is.
We're going to try it.
Oh, there you go.
And just see.
See if it actually tastes as good as you think it does.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be like too sweet.
Sometimes it can bring out the added flavors.
It's raining.
Nope. That actually made it worse.
No.
I'm not going to lie. That made it taste so horrible.
Okay, well, just
That's
because
really
you
sad.
think something's going to pair well together, doesn't mean it's going to.
But you have to try.
You do. I'm proud of you for trying.
Thanks. So,
for the win.
I feel like this is a true testament to if you like it, you like it.
And if you don't, you don't. No shame in there.
None.
Next time, we're going to have a lot of fun for you. So make sure you follow us on social medias. Subscribe. Be on the lookout for upcoming content. And go try some bourbon. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Let us know what you want to see. You want some more reviews? We'll give you some reviews. Hit us up.
Cheers.
Cheers.